tonight, riot gear reaction. As policies are announced, we're hearing from locals on the Duluth Police Department's new gear. Plus, a leadership change-up in the DFL has some concern about the party's presence in northern Minnesota. But first, live from Iowa, we're learning who voters in the Hawkeye State want in the White House as the 2020 caucuses wrap up. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Caucusing is ongoing at this hour in Iowa, but we are still awaiting the results from the Democratic side of things for even a single precinct. CBS3's Anthony Matt is live for us in Des Moines. And Tony, a lot of folks are anxious to hear those results. Any update on when they could be coming in?
Now, early CNN exit polls tonight.
Yeah, Kristen, the short answer is no. We're still waiting with bated breath for when these results will come in. We're live here at the Des Moines Center in Iowa waiting for them. You can see behind me that sign says results coming soon. We've had our eye on that thing all night, but really at this point we have seen absolutely zero results from zero precincts. So we're being told that they're being verified for accuracy. There's some quality control going on and perhaps even some technical issues. Now, for context, back in 2016 at this point in the night, we were at 85% precincts accounted for. Tonight, as I mentioned, that's at absolutely zero. But what we do know is that according to some CNN exit polling, Joe Biden, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, and Bernie Sanders are expected to be the front runners tonight. Now, some good news on the Republican side. We do have some results in. Incumbent President Donald Trump faced almost no resistance, winning the state in a landslide tonight. He took home about 96% of the vote, with challengers Joe Walsh and William Weld each wrapping up the night with about 1.5%. Now, one of the headliners here, Minnesota U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar, she knew she'd have to campaign very hard here in Iowa to have any chance of winning here in 2020. So hard, in fact, that she campaigned in all 99 counties across the state. Now, just before Christmas, the senator became the first 2020 presidential candidate to hold campaign events in all 99 of Iowa's counties. Klobuchar originally planned to accomplish that before caucus day, but stepped up her schedule to finish her 99-county run before New Year because of the impending impeachment trial that's kept her in Washington. Now, she says she's proud of the campaign they're running so far.
It is the first state, but there's many to follow. And for me, I just think of the fact that a lot of people didn't think I was going to make it through that blizzard during my announcement. And then they predicted in the summer we wouldn't make it then. And then debate by debate by debate, I continue to be strong. And now I'm in the top 5 candidates here, headed to New Hampshire.
Here in Iowa.
Now, some good news for Klobuchar as she prepares to head out east. She has picked up major endorsements from many reputable newspapers in New Hampshire. That's the site of the next caucus that comes next week. Now, tens of thousands of people poured out to caucus today and have their opinions heard.
The winner here in the Hawkeye State represent the party in the presidential election every cycle dating back to
Now, what they were trying to do is make sure their preferred candidate received at least 15% of the vote to stay alive in a specific precinct. Whoever received the most votes picks up key state delegates. The overall winner taking home 41 national delegates, key to winning the race. Now, caucus goers say it's important to get out and show their support.
I live a minute away, so it would be very disappointing if I didn't make the long trek to come out here. But I think it's about darn time that we have a woman in the Oval Office.
I just believe in his message and what he wants for the future of America. I think he's young, which is a benefit. And I just think he has a lot going for him.
I caucus for Bernie because I agree with most of his ideals for where he wants our country to go. And I believe that he has a good idea of securing a better future for our youth.
With more than 2 million registered voters in the state, election officials were hoping for a record turnout this year. No word yet if that's been accomplished. Now, as we mentioned at the top of the show, we're still awaiting to see who will emerge the front runner here in this major milestone in the Decision 2020 process here. But what we can do tonight is take a look at what the future holds for whoever emerges the winner out here tonight. Now, on the Democratic side, the winner here in the Hawkeye State has gone on to represent the party in the presidential election every cycle dating back to 1996. Overall, if you go back to 1972, when the state earned the first in the nation status, the winner has represented the blue on the final ballot 75% of the time. Now, 5 of the last 7 Democrats to win here have gone on to win the party nomination. However, only one of them has ended up in the White House. We're also looking at tonight, is Iowa a good indicator of what could happen on Super Tuesday in the state of Minnesota? The short answer, no, it's not at all. Here's a look at the last 3 Republican caucus winners for Iowa and Minnesota. The only candidate to win both was Rick Santorum. That was back in 2012. There was disagreement on the Democratic side as well. In 2016, Iowa went Clinton, Minnesota went Bernie, and as you'd imagine, in 2012, Obama ran unopposed, but in 2008, he won both states. Iowa has proven to be in no way a predictor for how Wisconsin votes in their primaries as well. Now, Kristen, we're going to toss it back to you, but before we do that, we're going to just let you know we are still waiting for results here. We have 0 results from 0 precincts. We're told that there could be some technical difficulties on CNN's side. We're also told that they could be ballots and results could be being verified for accuracy. Just stick with CBS3. If we get any results coming up during our 10:30 newscast, we'll be sure to cut back in and give you those updates as soon as we receive them. For now, Kristen, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, Tony, we will definitely check back in with you later on in the show to see where those results are at. Thank you. But first, let's head on over to Dave for a quick look at the weather. There's a cool down coming, huh, Dave?
Yeah, so the results will be in our thermometer tomorrow morning with below 0 readings north of Duluth and pretty close to 0 for the rest of the region. After 2 weeks worth of warm spell, Arctic high pressure is crossing the border tonight, driving a cold front ahead. Earlier, it kicked up some snow showers in its wake, but now it's getting far enough to the south where the sky is clearing, and it looks like maybe into Wisconsin and Michigan a little bit faster than I expected. So bottom line is we're clearing tonight. We will be chilly on Tuesday. How chilly? Well, here in Duluth, low temp should be about 0. Again, International Falls may go to 10 below. In the afternoon, high temps will be in the lower teens for most of our towns, and all this happens beneath a clear to partly cloudy sky. The high won't last forever. We'll eventually warm up at least a hair and get our next snow chance later this week, and we'll talk about when that's going to pay off coming up in a few more minutes.
After months of discussion and community feedback, there's now a proposal for how Duluth police can use riot gear. Tonight, community members gathered to learn more about how and when officers could use the new equipment. CBS3's John Cardinelli was there and has the details.
It's been more than a year of work.
Our hope is, of course, not to ever have to use it.
The Citizen Review Board presented a proposed policy to Chief Mike Tuskin. It covered how and when riot gear can be used in Duluth.
Yeah, this is really solely for an event where you are facing either criminal civil unrest or there is we have criminal intelligence to believe that that could happen.
People at the meeting raised concerns about the policy. The review board members did their best to answer them and say they're happy with the outcome.
It took the most time besides the 30 hours that we spent drafting this policy. So the comments today, if that's all I had to worry about, I think we did a pretty good job.
There are still worries for some in the community.
I think that it should be made clear to people what possible harm could happen to people who would be in the middle of a situation that they are not in control of. And, you know, for people to know what the ramifications could be if there's an error in judgment.
With judgment comes responsibility. And that is something Human Rights Officer Carl Crawford says was carefully crafted in the policy.
We live at different times, and keeping in mind the historical trauma of what has happened in the past, our community came together and talked about that, spent many days actually hand-wringing and working hard to make sure we have a policy that is both respectful and reflective of the kind of care we expect from our police department.
The main goal, which review board members say they feel they achieved, keeps the department in check when it comes to using the gear.
Not a watered-down version of a policy where it can be utilized any way they feel necessary. And there was a couple officers who agreed that this is the only policy that tells them what they can and can't do.
A change at the helm of the Minnesota Senate, and it could have some big implications for the Iron Range. This weekend, state senators voted Susan Kent, a DFLer from the Twin Cities, to be their next minority leader. That means longtime leader Tom Bach from the Iron Range was ousted from his seat. CBS3's Ryan Campos spoke with an Iron Range political expert and has more on what this means for our region moving forward.
A major shift in Minnesota's DFL leadership. everyone wanted to know how this was going to turn out. It's been brewing for a month, and then when the news dropped, it was really just a reflection of what you thought of that demographic change in this state.
Bach had served as the Senate Minority Leader for nearly a decade. He was first elected to the chamber back in 2002 after serving in the House for 8 years. Kent, meanwhile, is a two-term member from the Twin Cities area. Many see her as a fresh face to help lead the party's negotiation this upcoming legislative session and secure DFL victories this election cycle. Her election also represents some DFLers' concerns when it comes to Bach's views on topics like mining, pipelines, and gun laws. Aaron Brown, a political columnist from the Iron Range, says this shift signifies a greater political divide within a single party in Minnesota.
If you were a DFL supporter because of healthcare policy or economic policy, not much changes for you. But if you were fixated on mining and pipelines and environmental deregulation, well, then you'll find that without Senator Bach in the leadership role, it will be more difficult for some of those things to go forward.
Brown says it's a change that has been occurring in the Senate for quite some time now.
Newer members of the DFL Senate caucus, many of whom come from the suburban and urban parts of the state, have really exerted their majority in the Senate DFL caucus, and it really just reflects the political trends of the state over the past 10 years.
We reached out to Bach but didn't hear back by news time. Meanwhile, in a statement, Kent called Bach a dedicated and powerful leader. She went on to say that the DFL caucus needs to make progress on health care accessibility, education, and working families. We also heard from Senate Republicans. Majority Leader Paul Gazelka voiced his opinion in video on Facebook.
It's a different day. So I want you to know that I've got your back up on the range. Republicans have your back up on the range. You have Congressman Pete Stauber that's fighting for your issues up there. I'm fighting for the issues up there. The Senate Republicans are fighting for the issues up there.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, it's no secret. First responders have a tough job, and our winters can make it even more difficult. We'll tell you how you can help them weather the challenge.
Our record low is 33 below, and that's from the year 1923. Tomorrow morning, up north could be around 10 below, not record territory, but the coolest we've had in a while, and we'll talk about its duration coming up after our break.
You gotta feel it to believe it. Get Extreme Internet starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. With fantastic speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Dynamic streaming video, so real you can feel it. Amplified in-home Wi-Fi, and all the power you need to power it all. Get Extreme Internet starting at $19.99 a month for 1 year. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Introducing the Taco Perfecto from Taco John's. That's right, Perfecto. With an extra long shell, it gives you the best bite every bite. Chicken, beef, or hand-carved sirloin steak. The Taco Perfecto. Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Even if you don't smoke, smoking-related illnesses cost you $593 every year. See how much we're all missing at missingitmn.org.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day. Try our Black Angus boneless sirloin tip roast, only $3.99 per pound. And get boneless, skinless fryer thighs, only $1.66 per pound. Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce. Get Washington-grown Honeycrisp apples for just $1.66 per pound. And Dole Head lettuce just 99 cents each. Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
Got you some sun protection.
But we work inside.
What's that?
He's testing the rollers.
Ma'am, I need to see your ID.
But I'm your mother.
Now what?
He's doing surprise trust falls.
I trust you, Jim.
Western National can cover your business and your home.
You'll get me next time.
With Western National, you'll have to find something else to worry about.
Dear Jack Frost, people say you've got ice in your veins. But underneath it all, you're just a big old softie. Go ahead, try to nip at our toes. Thanks to our available Remote Connect. We'll be toasty and warm and ready to go. Warm wishes, Toyota Cars.
Right now, get $1,000 customer cash on a sporty new 2020 Toyota Corolla. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota.
Well, we had that warm spell begin roughly around January 16th, and it lasted until today with high temperatures almost every day, similar to these. We're looking at mid to upper 20s for top temps earlier today in northern Minnesota and lower 30s for northwestern Wisconsin and the upper peninsula. But a cold front is putting an end to all of this warm business. It's going to get fairly chilly tonight and next couple of nights as well. We'll talk about how long this cold snap will last after we take a look at what's happening right now at the airport in Duluth, where temperatures there are starting to drop as well. We're down to 8 above. Relative humidity is 64% and a northerly northwesterly winds hitting us at 17 miles per hour. Air pressure on the higher side thanks to Arctic high pressure coming in to clear the sky and drop the temps, at least for the first half of the week ahead. And I'll tell you right now, the second half isn't going to be overly warm either, but at least it'll be closer to normal. Eyeing up those current temperatures, we're still holding on to warmer readings in the upper peninsula, 18 from Watersmeet to Ironwood, and anywhere from 13 to 18 in northwestern Wisconsin, 18 being found in Hayward, 13 in Superior. Minnesota numbers starting to go down, 12 Moose Lake, 9 in Two Harbors and Silver Bay, 2 below already towards Orr, 3 above in Hibbing, Chisholm, 5 Grand Rapids, 1 below International Falls. Again, thanks to the Arctic high pressure coming to call, the temperatures go below normal for a couple of days after that long, long warm spell. Well, that front, as it started to come through our region, did kick up some snow showers around the area earlier today, primarily in Wisconsin and Michigan, but those are fading away now as the high pressure cell takes over to clear the sky and cool those temperatures. The pool of cooler air will conquer pretty much all of the upper Midwest and hold on to us with a sunnier sky here for Tuesday and probably Wednesday as well. But into Thursday, we start to change up yet again. The cooler air will start to migrate. Lower pressure systems from the west will approach our region. This Colorado low likely will stay to the south, but this Alberta clipper closer to our neck of the woods will bring us our next snow chance. That'll hit probably on Thursday and Friday, 30% chance only, and if it pays off, maybe an inch or two. So not a big deal. Very typical of an Alberta clipper. It hits you quick, but it only slaps you lightly. Slapping us tonight will be 10 below towards International Falls, 5 below Mesabi Range, 8 below towards the Vermilion Range, 0 to 5 above for the rest of Minnesota. Partly cloudy sky building into Wisconsin and Michigan as well, but a little bit more slowly, so low temps there, 2 to 6 above. Tomorrow, daytime high temps, Wisconsin and Michigan, cooler than normal after the longest of times, 14 to 17 above. Partly sunny sky. Into Minnesota, partly cloudy sky with highs only around 7 towards Koochiching County, 15 by the lake. And now with the extended forecast here, we do rebound up towards the lower 20s as the rest of the week unfolds once we get towards Wednesday, Thursday. And light snow chances are possible Thursday and Friday and maybe on Sunday. Otherwise, finally some sun, Kristen.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Thanks, Dave. Responding to fire or medical emergencies in the wintertime can be difficult and can slow down crews when they're trying to arrive on scene. CBS3's Caitlin Moffitt spoke with departments in both rural and city areas to learn how you can help them help you.
Every second counts in an emergency, but during the winter months, first responders have a few more obstacles to overcome to reach you.
Weather always plays a factor. I know it may not even be a fire call, it might be just a medical call that we're responding to, but all of a sudden there's a sidewalk that's got ice on it. Down we go, down the ambulance goes.
As a homeowner in a rural setting, fire officials say it's important to go the extra mile to help out emergency personnel.
Trim back your branches or trees, whatever it may be, that give us 20 feet at least width, come through there with our trucks, because these trucks ain't small, they're big. They got stuff that hangs off the side of them, off the back of them. Make sure too also for keeping your house numbers on your house and road signs, their address visible for us responding.
While there's hydrants on almost every block in the city, streets become narrow with snow and parked cars. Duluth's Assistant Fire Chief Clint Reff says clearing sidewalks and steps at your home can be a huge help in times of an emergency.
Another thing you could do is not parking in front of hydrants. We realize that parking gets tight as we get snow, and you're trying to crouch into spots, but if you can leave us access to the hydrant.
If winter weather becomes an obstacle in Duluth's more rural neighborhoods, Duluth fire officials say they have plans in place for that too.
We call mutual aid. There are surrounding departments that we can call in to assist us with tankers or drop tanks to assist with water. Or we relay pump is something where we'll put a couple engines in line to move the water farther down the line.
REF says their members are trained to work as quickly as possible, no matter the distance to the nearest hydrant.
Every 500 feet, we establish a relay pumper to make sure we're getting enough water to the scene.
Still to come, all eyes on Iowa as voters wait to see how their candidate fared in tonight's caucus.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, use Range Regional Airport.
The online calculator helps me plan my trip.
I fly from Hibbing because it saves me time.
I love the easy check-in and fast baggage claims.
I like the free parking and car rentals.
Include Range Regional Airport next time you travel.
It's so easy, even a grown-up can do it.
Find your style at Menards with 11% off Patriot Lighting.
Or you could add stylish storage with 11% off all Dakota shelving.
Insulate and save big on energy costs, plus get 11% off.
Create your dream Clearview kitchen with 11% off.
You'll be floored by our vinyl plank flooring. Get 11% off all of it.
Whatever you're working on, you'll get 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When you don't have a safe place to come home to, nothing in your world seems right.
This is a place that I call my home.
Help turn things around for a child. Become a foster parent.
When a crisis strikes, cash is the best form of relief. It can easily be transformed into health services, water, food, or clothes. Cash can travel everywhere and aid people all around the world. Donate. Smart. Fast. Donate cash.
Yamaha and Arctic Cat snowmobile sale happening now at RJ Sport & Cycle.
Tuesday on CBS3 this morning, Iowa holds its caucuses this evening. We'll have the full recap.
And highs Tuesday are expected to be below average for the first time in about 2 weeks, and I'll have details on just how long that is going to last.
Wake up with us beginning at 5 a.m.
A lot of it is, let's check back in now with Tony, who's down in Iowa with the latest for the Iowa caucuses. Tony, any updates in the numbers coming in?
Short answer, Kristen, is no. In fact, you can see behind me that board still saying results coming soon. It's been stuck that way for about 3.5 hours. Now, we have just as anxiously as you have and the viewers have been awaiting these results, but they just flat out aren't coming in. We're being told that there could be some technology issues. There could be some quality issues as well as they try to verify the results. We're being told that Democratic chair people are currently talking to campaign officials here for each campaign to discuss the slow results and at least loop them in on what could be going on down here. Now, as I mentioned, a couple different reasons contributing to that, but we are still awaiting the results down here. It looks like we probably won't have them by 10:30 tonight, but be sure to stick with us on our website and our Facebook. We'll have them posted there as soon as they come in.
Yeah, and just a reminder also, tomorrow, CBS3 this morning, will have the latest on the Iowa caucus results. Anthony, Matt in Iowa for us tonight. Thanks, Tony. And Kelly is coming up next with sports. Stay with us.
He's thinking recliner, you're thinking sofa. It's okay.
Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. And did you know you can get free shipping with no minimum? And most items can be in your home in a week. Our biggest sale of the year at Slumberland Furniture.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From farms to breweries and orchards to markets, discover how the University of Minnesota is cultivating a new crop of Minnesota businesses.
Being a disabled veteran and to have a tooth pain on top of severe PTSD will take you down in the dump. After several denials, when I went to Aspen Dental, they gave me a free exam, free x-rays. The doctor comes in and he's like, you are in pain, so we're going to get you taken care of. I had no insurance.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to flexible hours and payment options. Yes to 30% off dental services. And yes, we'll take care of you no matter what. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
You already know that Cary Toyota and Superior is a great place to buy and service your vehicle. But we have a lot more to offer every driver and not just people with Toyotas. We have the Yakima line of products for the adventure seekers, including roof racks, bike and kayak racks, and cargo carriers. We also have running boards, bed steps, and Access brand tonneau covers like I put on my truck. And for those of you who like a clean vehicle, we have professional detailing services and all-weather floor liners from Toyota and WeatherTech. Cary Toyota and Superior, we have something for every driver.
Your water softener needs salt. You buy it, lug it, pour it, over and over. Save salt and the hassle with a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, the world's best. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwabel, Getz & Sieben today.
I was intimidated by a large law firm because I didn't have any money. I didn't know if they would take a case like this. And from the moment I called Schwabel, Getz & Sieben, I was treated with the utmost respect and care. They listened to me. They wanted to hear my story, and I knew that I could trust them. I would recommend Schwabel, Getz & Sieben to anyone because they care.
Call or visit Schwabel.com today for a free consultation.
Check your tank level instantly and never make that long walk again. Enroll in Superior Fuel's Monitored Delivery Program and let Superior Fuel take the pain out of propane.
He's thinking new mattress, you're thinking whole new bed. It's okay. Everything's on sale at the President's Mattress Sale at Slumberland Furniture. This Sealy Posturepedic mattress for only $394. That's over $800 off. Our biggest sale of the year at Slumberland Furniture.
Welcome back into sports. Folks, this is it. The final 2 weeks of the regular season for high school hockey started tonight. Then it's playoff time. Tonight, Duluth East welcomed in Cloquet Esco Carleton. The Greyhounds finally back and recovered from a flu that knocked out the entire team for a while, and it does not look like they're skipping a beat. First period, Charlie Erickson gets a stick on the Ryan Cummings shot, and it's enough for the goal. East takes a 1-0 lead. Less than 2:30 to go in the first now. Erickson wraps it around. Again, the net takes the shot. Somehow Jack Fellman gets a stick on it, and it's in for the goal. Greyhounds now up 2-0. Just over a minute after that, Josh Locker gets the feed on the breakaway, sneaks this one in with the backhand. Hounds headed to the first intermission with a 3-0 lead. Hounds win the shutout 5-0. The final. UW Superior on the road tonight for a non-conference game against UW Eau Claire. Eau Claire pushed the tempo in the first. Hallie Hopner on the drive, finishes with the left, gives the Blue Golds the early advantage. Then more later, this time Hopner finds Katie Essen right down the lane and off the window. Eau Claire leads 14-6. The Yellow Jackets, though, not going away. Ava Reinerston on the wing knocks down the triple, cutting the deficit to 4. But the Blue Golds offense just too much. Off the miss, Anna Gromskop gets the rebound and put back to go. She finishes with 15 points. Then Superior chips away even more later. Ellie Ledstrom on the drive gets it to go with the left. 22-21 Eau Claire. The Blue Golds go on to win big, 78-53, the final. The perfect outcome at nearly the perfect time. The UMD men's hockey team brought home 6 huge points from their series out in Denver this past weekend. Then Then 10th-ranked Blue Bulldogs swept the then 4th-ranked Pioneers. Numbers are hard, outscoring them 7-3 in 2 games. UMD leaped up 4 spots in the rankings this week, now ranked 6th in today's latest USCHO poll, while Denver dropped to 7th. You got all that? The Bulldogs are now unbeaten in their last 5 matchups with the Pioneers, and junior defenseman Scott Perunovich tallied 4 points on the weekend, the most of any NCHC defenseman on the entire weekend, and that earned him a Conference Defenseman of the Week honor. Not his first one of the year. UMD will only play 2 more series at home in the regular season, and one of them is this weekend. The Bulldogs return to Amsoil to take on Nebraska Omaha, who is receiving national votes. It'll be back on TV live on the My9 Sports Network Friday and Saturday. Meanwhile, the UMD women's hockey team continues to hold down the number 9 spot in the USCHO rankings. The Bulldogs pulled off an impressive split against the 2nd-ranked Gophers down in Minneapolis in what ended up being 2 completely opposite games. A 5-0 shutout loss on Friday night and a huge 2-0 shutout win on Saturday, their first road shutout win in 2 years. UMD is back at home this weekend to take on 5th-ranked Ohio State. Puck drop is at 3:07 p.m. on Friday. Well, 7 years ago, Patrick Mahomes tweeted out that he wanted to be the quarterback who says, "I'm going to Disney World," after winning the Super Bowl. Well, just a day after getting it done, the Chiefs quarterback made the long-time goal a reality. The Super Bowl MVP led in a parade in Disney World after leading the Kansas City Chiefs to their first Super Bowl title in 50 years Sunday night. One lucky Make-A-Wish child named Nathaniel got to spend the day with Mahomes at Disney World in celebration of their victory. 17 other Make-A-Wish children also got to visit the Magic Kingdom today. Disney also made a $1 million donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation in honor of Mahomes. It has been a tradition for Super Bowl winning athletes to visit Disney World every year since 1987. The happiest place on earth. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 Closed Captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center. Proud to serve as the Northland's only adult Level 1 trauma center.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
Imagine a place where fun is as pure as the driven snow, where you're never left out in the cold, and where winning at winter puts the icing on the lake. There's so much to do in this Minnesota land. We put it all in a scratch game you can hold in your hand.
So get out and play. We up to 100K. Get out and play. The Minnesota way.
What are you thinking?
Thinking about burger, fries, and some pie.
You know it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then bring the pie first.
It's back and better than ever. Hurry in today for Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combo. For a limited time, enjoy any burger, crispy fries, and a slice of our famous pie. It's dinner, dessert, and a deal. Only at Perkins.
If you are trying to decide on a school for your children, look at Stella Maris Academy for our academics, the spiritual aspect. Come and take a tour, come into the classrooms, see what it's all about, because it really is a great place to be.
The show critics are praising as genius has been nominated for a Critics' Choice Award.
That's a standing ovation.
Yes. And the stars love it too.
You're so good.
America's Sweetheart is a hit and everything we love.
Oh my God!
2020, I'm coming for all y'all. This is why we connect. Hey. You say y'all, I say y'all.
That's how you say it.
Hey.
You're wrong.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local, CBS3.
When Girl Scout ingenuity meets Dunkin' coffee, you get a cup of can-do. Girl Scout cookie-inspired flavors are at Dunkin'. Try Thin Mints and Coconut Caramel today. And get a medium latte or cappuccino for $2 from 2 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
All right, Dave, let's take a quick look at what's coming up tomorrow.
Coming up tomorrow will be a clear sky and some sunshine, which has been fairly rare lately, and a cool day. 0 here tomorrow morning in the Twin Ports, 10 below up north, maybe 5 towards Hayward. Couple days worth of this cold snap before we go back to normal.
All right, we'll bundle up. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.